Hey friends, welcome back to Arts and Crafts. Today I'm going to be showing you how I turn this super cute crochet beanie into an even cuter bunny hat. So as you can see, the beanie is already done. I have the link in the bio for a very easy tutorial on how I got this far. Once you have your beanie ready to go, we are going to jump right into the rest of this project. Let's get to it. For materials, you are going to need your chosen yarn. For these ears, I have an inner and an outer color. I'm going with the pink for the inner and white for the out. Your appropriate hook sizes. For the smaller yarn, I'll be using a 5.5, and for the bigger one, I'll be using a 6. Scissors, and some sort of yarn needle to sew in your ends. To start these off, I'm taking my inner color for my ears and my 5.5 hook. We're first going to start by creating a slip knot, so just over the 2 fingers, making one of the yarns in front and one of the behind, taking your hook under the first and pulling the second one through, removing your fingers out of there, and then just pulling these 2 strings together. And just like that, you created your slip knot. Now we're going to start this off by chaining 30. Now we're going to turn this over and we are going to work half double crochets all the way back up to the top. So to start this off, we're going right into that next chain. To do a half double crochet, we're going to yarn over through the chain, yarn over again. You're left with the 3 on your hook. Then you're going to yarn and pull all 3. Again, yarn over, through the next chain, yarn over 3, yarn over, pull them all through. And we're just gonna work those half double crochets all the way until we meet at the end of the chain. Into that last chain of this row. We are then going to chain 1, turn our work over, and simply work those same half double crochets all the way back up to this end of this chain. And coming up here to our very last chain, we are going to do 3 half double crochets into this top to create our corner. We want it to turn. So right into this last chain, we do 1, into the same 2, and into the same 3. Now, as you can see, that kind of starts to create a turn. So now we're just gonna work back down this way with the normal half double crochets in the next chain and all the way back down to the row until I meet you guys all the way back down here. And as we finish off the last chain on this row, you can start to see with this pattern that we are creating a flat bottom and a curved top. And we are going to continue that around for 1 more row. To start this off and keep this flat, you're going to chain 1, turn this over, and work your half double crochets all the way up until you get back to that center point. And here we are coming up to our corner. The same as last time, in this top last chain, we are going to work in 3 half double crochets. 1, 2 in the same spot, and 3 in the same spot. And now we're just going to continue back down this side until we get to the bottom. And as we come up to complete this last chain, this is what we are looking like, and we are all done with the inner color. So what I'm gonna do is pull this loop out, cut it, tie this off, taking your outer ear color. Since my yarn is a little bit bigger, I'll be moving up to a bigger hook. Right at the bottom here, where this is tied on, you're just gonna pull this yarn through, and I just tie it on there. We're gonna be weaving in these ends, so it's not gonna matter. Through the same hole that I just tied, I stick my hook back through, and then pull this through. So I have a loop and I'm ready to go. And now, just like before, we are going to be working half double crochets all the way up, starting that off in that first chain. And here we are working our way. Same as always, once we reach that top chain, we are going to work 3 half double crochets. So here we are, and we're going to do 1 in there, 2 in the same, 3, and work them all the way back down till we get here. Working that half double crochet all the way down into this final chain. We are now on our final round. So for the last time, we are going to chain 1 and work our half double crochets all the way up until we meet at our increase. Meeting at the top, we do those 3 half double crochets. And all the way back down to the bottom. For the last time, guys, this is it. To finish this off, we are just going to work our half double crochets all the way back down to that final chain. Once she is looking like this, I just pull this loop, cut it off. I like to leave this long for sewing in. Tie this off. And just like that, you have one super cute ear ready to go. Obviously, you're going to need to make 2 of these to be ready to get into the next step. Once you have both of these guys made, I'm gonna get right into how to sew them on to your beanie. Taking one of our ears and fastening on our needle to the longest part. Take a look at the beanie and figure out where you want the ears. So this is the back, and it's gonna go somewhere in this vicinity. I've got my long string, and we're gonna go in through one side, pull that tight. Good time to figure out that placement. That does look awesome. Next, we are just going to be working this string in and out to really sew this on. I'm also going to be kind of like scrunching the ears at the top in because I kind of want them to be like small and then go out, if that makes sense. Just working this in and out. Don't worry about that string. We're going to work her in later. Oh my goodness, this is already looking so cute. So I've worked it all the way along and it's nice and tight on there. Leaving the last stitch on the inside of the hat, I now come in here. I just like to go through another part to create a little loop and then through to tie it off. I tie it off at least 2 to 3 times so it's nice and sturdy. I know it's not going anywhere. Then we can just cut that. And the last step for this ear is this string. All I'm going to do is take my hook from the inside and drag it through. And then from in here, we're basically going to do the exact same thing that we did with the other one, where I just like to bring it through to create a little loop, tie it off, give it at least one more tie, and cut it off. And just like that, we have one ear that is on there. I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing that I just did on the other side, and I will come back to you when she is done. And just like that, we have created our very own crochet beanie. Look how cute. And obviously, this can be done in any color. In another style that I made, I put a fur trim around here and around the ears. Also super cute. You can make these your own. They're super fun, super cozy. That is all I have for you today on this tutorial. That was actually pretty easy. I love these little crafts that are super fun, but pretty easy to make. Right up my alley. As always, thank you guys so much for getting this far. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Please let me know down below if there's any other cool creations you would like to see me make out of crochet. And as always, until next time, peace!